Yo, what is up, guys? Sorry, I probably just blew your ear up. I was way too close to that microphone. What is up, guys? Good morning. Today is Thursday the 10th, and it's our morning Tesla live stream. We're going to go over Tesla, going to go over the normal stuff that we go over. Also, kind of talk about some positions, talk about some of the free positions I threw out on the Discord. So if you guys aren't already on the Discord, highly recommend. I think everybody here probably is, but the link is in the description. Go check it out. I called out, I think, 3 free trades over the past couple of days. I forget what the one was. One was Uber. Closed that out for $1,300 worth of profits yesterday. I think it was $1,300. Let me go to my positions. Spotify, Uber. Yeah, closed Uber for $1,400 worth of profits yesterday. I called out DKNG. I'm up about $1,300 on DKNG. And so far, that's really about it. Oh, and Facebook. And I called out Facebook. We made $338 on Facebook. So called out almost like 4 Gs in the past couple of days. Percentage wise for me, what would that be? I don't know. I can't do math right now. It's pretty decent though, just on those 3. Good morning. What's up, BG? Mana. What's up, Casper? Joaquin? I'm so sorry if I'm saying it wrong now. So from Cheyenne, Wyoming. What's up, guys? Hope you guys are all doing good. Hit the like button as always. Helps. Yesterday we did a video like this. It was a little bit earlier. Normally they're not going to be this late, but I had a meeting this morning which pushed my mentorship stream back, which pushes this back. Goal is to try to keep this like 15 minutes. Yesterday I said that and we did 55 minutes, so I'm trying not to do that because I have a lot of work to get done. What's up, Pineapple? What's up, Pente? What's up, Alex? What's up, Dejan? What's up, Merly? Hope you guys are doing good. Jim, like button smash. Hey, thanks, Carlos. Do you trade a firm, Miguel? Yes, I do. I am in a firm with about $30,000. I went from being down 15 grand to down about 2 grand. I think they're going to smash earnings today. Could be wrong, but I've been watching Big Money buy nearly $75 million worth of a firm. We're going to talk about Tesla though, but watching them buy about $75 million worth of a firm over the past couple of months. And I think that they believe that Q4 earnings are going to be insane. So I'm expecting a push today up to about $90 on a firm. Can always be wrong. So please remember that. Let's talk about Tesla first, and then we're going to go through everything that we kind of talked about yesterday. Maybe go through how I how I used probabilities to figure out that Uber was going to rip, as well as DraftKings, everything else. You're an inspiration, especially after hearing your life story yesterday and how you got into trading. Thank you so much, man. That means a lot to me. So Tesla, nothing really much has changed. Still within this big bull flag. RSI is kind of sitting flat. MACD has crossed. One thing you will notice here, volume is going lower and lower. So we do have decreasing volume. I really would like to see volume start to pick up, and I'd really like to see a push up over 935 so that we can potentially get that move up to $1,000. Looking at the 1 hour chart here, you can see that we're still sitting here between this range of 942 and 900. Sitting, squeezing, not doing too much, nothing crazy, but still not looking too bad. We're still looking for a push above 940. We're still looking for a drop between or below 900. And we're really, really, really looking for either one of those moves. We have a big squeeze here. Now, for anybody who doesn't know how to trade like a TTM or a Bollinger Band, the longer the squeeze is, the bigger the release will be. Most of the time, it's normally, if a squeeze lasts for, let's say, 30 days, we'll have a release for 10 days. If we have a squeeze for 80 days, we'll have a release for 40 days. If you guys don't know how to use TTMs or understand any of the charts I have up here, go to the courses and seminars section and you can check out our free courses and all of our free seminars. This technical analysis course will teach you guys exactly what you need to know. Link to the Discords in the description and whatnot. Tesla could be a good day trade here too. Tesla's on that 1 minute VWAP, could potentially see a move up to 942 if we hold here. But so far, Tesla's just sitting here. Like, not much, just like watching paint dry. I kind of talked about this yesterday, but in the EV space, screw it, we'll call out a free trade right here too. I think I did call it out earlier on the Discord. I think I called another free trade out. We'll talk about Rivian because some very, 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 very unusual flow happened with Rivian today. I might do my own, like a whole video on it. We'll see. We'll talk about it though. I did talk about Rivian. Yeah, here it was. Free trade alert on the Discord. So looking at Tesla, we'll quickly go through the flow and whatnot, and then we'll talk about Rivian. So looking at the flow so far today for Tesla, really nothing much as we normally can see. And never mind, my black box is freezing. That's why there's nothing. 1 second, guys. I love black box. It's one of my favorite pieces of software that I use to trade with. But one of the issues, and I have to reach out to them to tell them this, is every single time I set up my main viewing setup over here, which is usually going to be like the dark pool indicator, it tends to just like break. Like it won't work. All right, let's take a look. Let's type Tesla in and let's look. So you can see here, nothing crazy. We don't have any dark pools. If we had some, they would be over here in the right. Does anyone here not know what a dark pool is? I get that question a lot. I can briefly explain it if nobody knows what a dark pool is. We don't have any, but if you don't know what a dark pool is, let me know in the chat and I'll explain it to you. Because it is important. If someone is stuck with Tesla at 1010, should be very scared. If he needs the cash by June. Okay. Does someone know when the Gigafactory Berlin? I don't know what it is. Okay. All right. So let's kind of do this real quick. Sign Reverend Jack. This is for anybody, but specifically you. Thank you for asking this question. If you need the money within the next 5 years, stop trading. Don't use that money. Even if you need the money within the next 1 year, don't trade with that money. The stock market is not somewhere, I see so many people who, and I understand this, where they're like, I hate banks, I'm just going to put my money in the market. If you need that money and some crazy stuff happens where the Fed's you know what, we're going to do a quantitative tightening, and instead of doing 4 quarters of raising rates slowly, we're going to do 1 massive rate hike, and the market drops 30% and you lose that money, you're screwed. If you need the money within the next 4 years, don't go trading with it. The money that you put into the market should be dead to you. All of the money in the market, if I lost it, I don't give a shit how much it is, it's dead to me. When I put it in the market, it's dead. So don't trade like that. Because on top of that, you're going to trade differently when you need the money. So honestly, Reverend Jack, I would just if you need that money by June, take it out and paper trade with it. I'm not a financial advisor, but that's personally what I would do. Yenny says, I don't know what it is. Is it off the book trading, says Paul? Yes. So dark pools is basically a dark pool exchange. And what happens is people who have access to dark pools will put a trade through on the dark pool exchange, and the trade goes through and then it's reported. It's not reported as a buy and it's not reported as a sell. Why is that? Why would they do that? How come it would be legal for them to basically hide their positions? Why would it be legal to hide a position on a dark pool exchange? Gold star for anybody who can tell me that. Rookie here, I'm actually a stock buyer, not a trader, but your insight experience has helped me tremendously. I noticed trends because of you. Thank you so much. Your guidance has made me good money on Tesla, RW. All right, so the reason they do this is because it would scare the living crap out of somebody, and trading institutions too. Because let's just say that, I don't know, let's just say, for instance, why is the video quality only 144p? It should be higher than that. But I do have it on ultra low latency. So if I set it to high latency, or I'm sorry, normal latency, it will end up being a lot better quality. But the issue is you guys will be about 30 seconds behind me, because that's how they have it set up for some reason with YouTube. So it's either hopefully the quality is not bad, but we'll see what happens. Maybe I can change it. So yeah, the reason they do this is so they don't freak out, right? Lord Pente has 1080, good. So they do it so you don't freak out. Let's just say that, let's say Warren Buffett owns a shitload of Apple shares, and let's say that he comes out and when he sells his position, he's like, hey, I'm selling Apple, I'm selling $80 million today. Normally, you notice when Chamath said that he sold SoFi and sold his shares in not SoFi, sold his shares in SPCE and Richard Branson. It's always months beforehand. They're always like, oh no, I got out of that position a couple of months ago. You know what I mean? Because if a big investor says they're out of a position and they can tie it to that day, it would scare the crap out of people. And also, it's just stupid. So on the on a dark pool exchange is how they can hide their positions. So a dark pool, when it comes through, it's basically just a hidden transaction that we have to go ahead and say, is that a buy or is it a sell? And usually you can tell intraday if it's a buy or a sell by resistance and support. We don't have any on that today. If you want more info, you can go to the courses and seminar section of our Discord, and I have a dark pool video, dark pools and how to read them. Okay, so what's the difference between sweep and block? A sweep means all of the positions came in on one exchange. A block means multiple exchanges were used. So a sweep shows urgency. There's three things we look for when we see a flow. We look for size, we look for time, we look for urgency. We want to see big size, we want to see like far out in time, and we want to see urgency. So sweeps and AAs or above the ask. So far for Tesla today, really nothing though. Most active calls is Tesla with 6.6 million. If you guys were here for the stream yesterday morning, you know that by now 6.6 million is not a lot. Normally we get 6 million in the first hour. Market's been open for 2 hours and 15 minutes. So not a lot of volume today. Bullish flow. Tesla is only at 4.3 million. If you were here yesterday, or if you know this, I'll give you a gold star. What's the difference between most active calls and bullish flow? What's the difference between most active calls and a bullish flow? No wrong answers. I don't know. Are calls bought or sold? Okay, so bullish flow is confirmed bullish calls. So this means bullish flow is calls that were bought. Most active calls is calls that were bought and calls that were sold. It's just lumping the calls together. So what we care about is bullish flow, unless you're someone who's selling calls. The way that we can tell is by going to a heat map, right? And you can see here, we have a lot of calls for 910. But look, 965 and 990 for this Friday, they sold covered calls, right? So they sold covered calls, which with these calls that they sold, which is a bearish position, will come up with most active calls. It will not come up with the bullish flow. That's the biggest difference. But nothing crazy. No big flow, nothing unusual in my opinion. That's really worth noting. These 211 940 puts probably would have been a good day trade, but nothing nuts. We talked about this VWAP bounce. We already got this. This would have been a good day trade. We could have just hit on stream, about a 1% move, but nothing crazy. Let's talk about Rivian, because Rivian does have what I'm looking for, and this will be a very, very good example to teach you guys what I'm looking for when I'm looking at something like this. So let's go over Rivian. Let's just look at the flow first and foremost. All right, there's a lot of flow here. So for Rivian, this is actually pretty decent. This all could be considered unusual. All right. We don't care about unusual flow. We care about the 1% of the unusual flow. Unusual flow happens all the time. I'm looking for the highest quality of unusual flow, and here is one that I spot. All right. This came through at 1043. This doesn't mean, so like you can see Rivian is up a pretty decent amount right now. How much is Rivian up at this point? RIVN. So Rivian right now is up 5%. So it's not like they bought it at lows this morning. They actually bought it at 1043 when Rivian was trading at 66.61. So they recently bought it. The expiration is 3/18/2022. So we have time on our hands, about 5 weeks. Strike is 75. So that is out of the money. I personally would not have ended up buying a 75 because I don't like going out of the money ever. Now, 500 at A. What does this A mean? What does A mean? The underscore A. Does anyone know when you're reading flow what A means? Also, you guys can get access to all this flow as well if you just go to the Discord and you go to the options bot section and you can look at all of this stuff yourself. Free speech, gold star, it means ask. This means it came in at the ask. AA means in above the ask. Above the ask is the best that you can look for because when they come in above the ask, that means they don't give, I got demonetized yesterday, but they don't give a crap about what the price is. They just want to get in. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for them to just want to get in no matter what. Sweep, we already went over that. A sweep means it all filled on one exchange. That shows urgency. So we have time, 3/18/2022. We have urgency. They're coming in at the ask and they're coming in on sweeps. And we have size, $2.9 million. $2.9 million on Tesla is like, okay, that's pretty good. 2.9 million on Rivian is nuts. So when I looked earlier, the open interest for these calls on Rivian were like 800, and the volume today is like 6,000. So if the sell calls, it would say B. So yes, that means bid. So when you see B, that means bid, Toby. And when you see BB, that means below bid. So that's when they're selling a call. Or if they're just selling the position in general. Like it could be somebody like selling a bearish position, or it could be somebody like closing out their calls. So this is very, very unusual. Now, one thing I said to my team today, let me go to the premium section. If you guys do want access to all the trades, you can upgrade. It's like 20 bucks a month in the Discord. Let's go to the premium trade ideas. Here we go. So I said, I cannot believe I'm going to say that Rivian is a high conviction trade, but the flow we saw earlier is insane with this setup. I said $3 million worth of calls for March is nuts, way above normal activity. So somebody knows something. Big resistance here at 67. However, look at the volume profile. Nothing. Up to $100. So that's our price target. However, I will probably take my profits at $85. I would only trade this with shares. And I still stand by that. I grabbed some shares. How much am I in with right now? I think I bought 20 grand. I bought a decent amount. $20,000. So I'm in with 300 shares. I'm up $100. So looking at Rivian here on the daily chart, big descending wedge. Is this bullish or bearish? Is a descending wedge bullish or bearish? Bull or bear? No wrong answers. No one's going to make fun of you if you say something wrong. Bullish. Amen, man. Yeah. So a descending wedge is a bullish. So the trend is bearish, but it's a bullish reversal. So it's a potential bullish reversal. So it's normally neutral to bullish. What would make it very bullish is if we break out up above this resistance, where if I turn on my highlights, you can see today we're going to be through this resistance. So what I'm looking for on this is Rivian to push above 70 bucks. And if we can push above and hold above $70, look at how thin there is on this volume profile. Very, very thin area on the volume profile, which means it will be very, 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 very easy for Rivian to push up from 70 up to probably about 86, because this is where there's a thicker area on the volume profile. And on top of that too, this is also where this resistance is. And it's looking like we can at least get a 24 to potentially 60% move in the next couple of weeks, probably next year. Or not next year, next month. So we'll see what happens. I'm in it. I feel really good about it. March 25th, Rivian option, $70 strike is more than $69.50 strike. Why not wait until it becomes bullish, back for a pullback for an entry? Okay, so Claude, this is a really good answer, or a really good question. So here's the thing. So what Claude is saying is, instead of getting in now, why not wait to see it push up to 75 and then pull back and hold 70? The reason I am personally not doing this, why do you guys think? What is the reason I'm not doing this and why I'm getting in right this second? Does anybody know? Gold star. How come that? Because traditionally you are correct, Claude. But why am I not doing that? And why am I getting in right now? No wrong answers. Close above the wedge is bullish. Huge volume. All right, so you're on it with the volume prime. But specifically, what about the big money? Lord Pente, get a gold star. Because big money. Because you have 190 grand. No, that's not why. Because big money got in. There is a specific reason that this person or this hedge fund bought $3 million. Right? There's a reason they went in right now. And there's a reason big money hit it right now. And so what I'm afraid of, somebody knows something. There is no earnings until March. They know something. And so while you're correct, Claude, it might be the better play to wait for a breakout and then a pullback and hold that support. What if some sort of news comes out over the next week and this thing goes overnight from 67 up to 90 and I miss the play? Right? They have a reason, like you said, Pente. And here's the thing. If they're wrong, screw it. It's worth taking a trade. I will never get mad at myself for taking a position that hits all of my markers and losing money, right? Can't they also have a huge short position and this call just be a hedge? Yes, but we would have seen it come through. We would have seen that short position come through. Like we would have seen the bear position come through as well, which I haven't seen. So yeah, it can always be a hedge. But so this is a very good example, free speech. This is why I never trade SPY. If I do trade SPY, it's usually just day trades, but this is why I never watch big money on SPY. Because big money on SPY, there's a lot of hedging that happens. So that's why I don't ever follow SPY or QQQ or IWM. Like I never trade indexes because you can watch big money hit, and a lot of times they're just because of that. So looking at Rivian, I expect a good breakout. Let's talk about Uber. I see some people talking about Uber in here. I closed yesterday for $1,300 on Uber, or $1,400 on Uber. The reason I hit this is we had a huge bull flag hit here on Uber. Massive bull flag. I was hoping that we'd probably see a pushback up to 45. I saw the same thing, big money buying a ton, and I entered down here around 36. We pushed up, we tapped the 200 SMA, and we tapped the point of control, so I closed out my position, right? I don't ever think, I try to, I should say, never think emotionally. I always say, like, when a price target is hit, like, I'm out. Like, I'm getting out. I don't care, right? Because you're never going to, this is like straight up, you are never going to consistently sell and buy at the correct time, at the perfect time, I should say. Never. So if I sell and it continues to rip, like, who cares, right? And now I just watched Uber pull back. I should have entered on that. That was a massive pullback down to 37.86. Is there any news for that? $11.52 to $12 million order came through. That was probably a buy. Don't want to curse. Uber sees generating $5 billion in adjusted EBITDA. Gross bookings, 165. Damn it, that was such a good potential entry. Shit. All right, well, whatever. I missed that. That would have been a beautiful entry. I'm going to look to hit that if we can pull back down to that EMA again. But yeah, Uber was perfect. Like, we called out Uber. We talked about Uber, very, very happy about it. Looking very, very good. Affirm. I think Affirm is going to do very, very well, Sergio. I really like it. If it doesn't, whatever. It's not a big deal. Affirm is one of those positions that, like I said, they've been buying $70 million worth of Affirm. I think Affirm is going to have a huge Q4 earnings beat. I think they're going to give great guidance. And the issue is, if I lose money on Affirm, I don't care. Right? I don't care because it was a quality trade. Somebody asked me about entering calls on Rivian. The issue with entering a call on Rivian, I would potentially go out to March. But the issue is going to be your liquidity. So looking at Rivian calls here, I'm on TOS right now. But looking at Rivian calls for March 18th, there's a $70 call and a $65 call. The $65 call is the better one in my opinion. The issue with the $65 call, there's only 56 volume today. So your spread is like $40, which is not the best. I said April 14th. Let's take a look at the 14th of April. It's not a bad move. I mean, you got time on your hands, but same situation with April 14th. The liquidity kind of sucks. You're going to be paying $50 per contract in slippage each way. So that means if you buy 2 contracts, you're losing $200 just the slippage, unless you want to try to hit the bid or between the bid and the ask, and then you might lose like 25 or per contract per transaction. But slippage is massive. It's something not a lot of people realize. Like, that's why it's very rare that I trade normal options. Put credit spreads would be fine on Rivian. That'd be pretty good. Or you could sell cash secured puts. Target price on Affirm. My target price today is 90, but $100 is really what I'm looking at. And then if we break up over 100, we're really running the 150. Toby, how about a bull call spread? Not bad, but once again, when you're playing spreads, you need volume. you need way more volume than a normal call. So a bull call spread is not bad, but to be quite honest, like if you can't hit Rivian with shares, I would just sit out. Like there's just certain positions that don't make sense for certain portfolio sizes. When you have a smaller portfolio and you're trading spreads, which is, in my opinion, is the best way to do it, there's just certain positions you can't take because you just don't have, like, you're just not going to have the liquidity in that position. $90 today, I believe so. I believe if earnings hits the way I think, we should probably see $100 today, 90 to 100. But then again, earnings is a straight up gamble, guys. Like I'm not a fortune teller. Like I was right about Uber, but like I'm not a fortune teller. Big money can be wrong too. So I wouldn't go throw in the kitchen sink at a firm. Please realize, like I said before, I have about 10% of my portfolio in a firm, maybe a little more, maybe like 14%. So don't go throw in like everything you have at a firm because I think that it's going to go up today. Please remember that. Yeah, so let's see if Uber can reject here. I'd really like to hit that. All right, Uber just got some big buys. 211.40 calls just hit. So really good. Isolated 211.40 calls, same strike, same date. Most of them coming in on sweeps, followed by blocks, but we have more sweeps here, so this is looking fine. About $240,000 worth of calls. Somebody is day trading Uber, expecting a good day trade here. This could be a potential dead cat. Sarendu, thank you so much for being a member. How can I be part of your private group? So if you, I'll post it here. DFC investments. So if you guys do want to become part of the private mentorship group, I'm not going to plug it. I really stopped promoting this group entirely because I just don't, like, I only open up like 10 seats a month because I just don't have enough room, because I want to give them the utmost of my attention. But you get access to like all of our courses. So we have 66 hours now of courses and lectures. You get direct access to me through the Discord. I live stream like this every single morning with them for the first hour of market open. Obviously get access to all of the trades, as well as our private Discord with all of our advanced traders and crypto traders and whatnot. So if you do want to do that, you can join. But if you don't want to pay the extra money, it's only $20 a month if you just want the trades. And that's in the Discord. But the Discord's free, so like you don't have to pay anything. We're up almost 6,000 members. My goal is 25,000 by the end of this year. It's going to be very hard to do, but I believe we can. Watch for Uber to potentially push up to 40.76. We got some good calls coming through, and we're trying to hold this dark pool. So look, you can see this line here, and then we'll hop off. This dark pool line is going to act as a resistance. And we need to see if we can push through this. This is where, if I get my alert stream up, this is where we had that $12 million dark pool come through. Why did Uber halt? I believe it was for the, when did they have their earnings call after hours last night, or was the earnings call right now? I don't know why they were releasing EBITDA numbers. I'm honestly not sure. I haven't really been paying attention. But yeah, that's it, guys. How do I subscribe to the $20 a month? You have to become part of the free Discord. I'll drop the Discord link here because I completely forgot. I'm sorry, guys. I completely forgot I had to update the link in this description. So I'll have to do that afterwards. The link to the Discord is right here. Merly. And then you can go to upgrade.chat/traders. I can't believe we actually got that one. Here you go. I'll drop it here. So, yeah, overall, that's what I'm looking at. I think we're like way past 15 minutes. I can just ramble on for forever. We're at 30 minutes. Holy crap. All right. I'm going to have to hop off. Yeah, I'll see you guys. Let me know if you need anything. I'm going to be in the Discord. Do you believe in any strategy by short-term options? I think the only short-term option strategy that you should really be looking at is cash secured puts, and put credit spreads. Honestly, I think it's the best way to do it. Hope this stream helped. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, probably a little earlier, probably like 10:30. I'm going to put another Tesla video out end of day, and I might do like a full-on Rivian video later on for anybody who wasn't able to see this. Love the streams. Thank you so much, Brian. Watch for a potential dead cat here on Uber. If Uber can pull back down to like 37.73, I will definitely be looking to enter. Somebody asked me about Twitter. I'm sorry, I forgot. Someone asked me about Twitter. I have a Twitter position. And I think Twitter is going to fucking smash it. Guys, stop cursing. I think Twitter is going to smash it today. We'll see. It's very risky, but I think we'll see Twitter at 46. Have a good day, guys. Peace.